Now that he's been resurrected, happy Resurrection Sunday yesterday. Would it be wise for Wemby and the young Spurs to keep pushing for the 1 seed and risk facing the Demon down in the Bay in the first round?
Did he just conflate Steph Curry with Jesus Christ?
Well, they did come back on the same day. Marv's going to say that. No, they did come back on the same day.
I personally prefer Steph Curry, so
No, I know you. Steph did look great though in the return against. He did look very good against the return against the Rockets. That being said, I'm glad the Rockets got the dub. We conquered a demon. As far as you calling him Jesus, I'm calling him a demon, the Steph Curry demon for the Houston Rockets. You know what I'm saying? But my goodness, was he? That man's ridiculous, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That man is ridiculous. His accuracy on that shot diet and profile at this stage of his career is he's unbelievable. Some of the shots that he makes, even just takes, I'm like, that shot he made
become numb to the worst shots.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell, bro? Oh man, he's great.
Any other human being shoots those shots, you're subbing him out the game. And these are the shots he just lives off of. It's ridiculous. And then we see how teams guard him too. And it's like, oh yeah, Steph's 40% is not the same as other humans' 40%. They guard Steph like a regular person, he might shoot 50 from 3. I ain't gonna lie. But
he's still clearly to me also like, and it definitely was shown this year with that roster. He's like still clearly one of the 5 most impactful offensive players in the league. And I might be I might still be underselling it. Like the way that team, you saw it in the game against the Rockets. Steph Curry would sub out the game. They would struggle to score and generate good looks. Steph Curry would sub into the game, and Reggie Miller actually was doing a good job of just pointing this out. But I mean, of course, we all know this. The fact that you just have to put 2 players on the ball when he's on ball, running pick and roll, and then all of the chaos he causes when he's moving around off ball, and all of a sudden Draymond's hitting GP2 on the slip. All of a sudden Deontay Melton, when he's out there because Steph Curry is running around causing confusion, Deontay Melton's wide open on the left wing for a 3. It's like, my goodness, the same team that can't generate any offense damn near, Steph Curry comes in and they're just getting wide open 3s and layups.
That last bucket that who was it? It was GP2 got on the back cut. I know we're not talking about the game show. We're talking about the game. Draymond, first off, was exceptional yesterday. Like, he was phenomenal. That back cut when Amin Thompson was staring at Steph, even though Steph was being double teamed, and then Draymond just makes that perfect bounce pass to GP2 for the layup where it was a goaltend on Amin. Bro, I'm just watching this game with Steph. I'm like, bro, you've been gone for 2 months and you come back and you're 10 of 19 from the field and you're just like the most impactful player on the floor, like by a lot yesterday, even though Kevin Durant was really good. I mean, he's one of one, man. Like, you say he's the best offensive player ever. Like, I mean, there's just really no pushback. Like, he's ridiculous. Like, he's
Jimmy ain't get hurt, man.
Al Horford wasn't even. If Al Horford was there, they might have won yesterday. If KP didn't foul out yesterday, they might have won yesterday.
I genuinely
KP was bad yesterday.
Yeah,
no, he was. I genuinely feel the Warriors healthy could have gone on a run this year. But
yeah. Also, we're.
No, go ahead. What's up?
Oh, I thought he was going to keep. Yeah, Draymond owes half his career earnings at least to Steph Curry. I'm not going to lie. The fact that Draymond how mid he's looked this season, how useless he's been offensively this year.
He should have 40%
on a game-to-game basis, please. I've been keeping up with Warriors fans. They have been hating Draymond Green all season, and when I watch him play, he's been useless offensively. And the fact that as soon as Steph Curry comes back, all of a sudden he's point Draymond again. Yes, because Steph Curry's on the goddamn court. And I can't believe we've actually been having these real conversations about Draymond Green being a playmaker. No, nigga. He plays with Steph Curry. No, shut up. He plays with Steph Curry, and Steph Curry creates everything offensively for Draymond Green to be viable. That's it.
I disagree. Draymond's a very good passer.
We've seen Draymond Green in too many games now without Steph be an absolute shit show on offense, does not attribute Steph Curry to Draymond's being viable offensively.
Portland series. Portland
series. Yeah, I know. Portland series. I know.
I thought he's been a really good passer this year with Steph off the floor, personally.
Nah, facts.
I want to know, like, how hard is it to be a good passer? And I mean that like, I think I mean that literally. Like, yeah, like literally.
I think it's a bit difficult.
Well, no. I'm talking about I'm not talking about being a playmaker. I'm talking about literally taking the ball. And, you remember like when we used to start, like when we was young, we used to go to those little, like we start practice, like when we were younger, learning fundamentals. And we'd go, okay, this line over here, we got partners, you guys, line over here. And we're, okay, let's do bounce passes, chest passes, overhead passes, the step over one hand pass this way. Back up, let's do overhead. I'm talking about literally doing that. Because a lot of times that's what Draymond is literally doing. It's just like
I think that's difficult.
But Draymond also has impeccable timing, y'all. I think there's something to that. Like,
he's reading the defense too, Ox. Though he's
no. I'm not talking about those, Ron. I'm not talking about those.
He's getting passing angles and stuff like that.
And Ron, I think that I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I think that you actually know me and know that I understand the difference between what Draymond is actually doing when he's actually doing something and when he's actually out there being a fanny pack.
My thing is, and this is with all due respect, a lot of people don't know you as a hooper. You would have played a Draymond type of role on this team to perfection.
I've said multiple times, that's why I actually got love for what Draymond does, what he brings to the game, because, like to make it to a high level with a certain skill set, you have to be willing. Draymond is willing to do things that a lot of people aren't willing to do. I respect the hell out of that. But I'm not going to pretend like I think Draymond is something I don't think he is.
And I don't. We got to talk about other things. We don't got time to get into a full on Draymond debate.
Absolutely.
But I'm saying that the reason why I'm saying that with all due respect is because I don't know on my hand. I can't count over 3 or 4 hoopers that could step in and play a Draymond role. I'm actually giving you a compliment. I know you could go out there and play elite defense like you in your heyday, play elite defense and pass the hell out of the ball, push a fast break, and do all of that stuff. Now, obviously, you can't be a muscle like Draymond. You would have probably been out there getting thugged and pushed around. But
absolutely,
you would have been able to get Klay Thompson and Steph Curry the ball, set screens, and do stuff like that. You would have been perfect in that role. I think that's a hard role to play, to be able to be a defensive menace and on the offensive end provide value without scoring or even being a scoring threat, most of the time. Like, I think that's
value because Steph Curry's out there.
But it's even without him, he's still a good passer, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I mean. Real talk. If he was doing, if you put not any other, but you can name 2. I said that. I said I don't want to say any other, but Draymond has to be out there with like 10% of the guards in the NBA. There's probably 10% of the guards that have come through the NBA since Draymond has gotten there that he could have had real success with.
And that's understandable. The main point I'm trying to make is the willingness to be able to do it along with the skill set. Like, for instance, DeAndre Jordan, DeAndre Ayton, you could argue is a better offensive talent than Draymond. But DeAndre Ayton
he clears.
Okay, what I'm saying is DeAndre Ayton wouldn't have been able to adapt his game and his mindset to be like, I'm going to set screens, do dribble handoffs, and make the right passes. That's the point I'm trying to make, is the fact that Draymond's IQ and his willingness to put his ego aside and do the things that needed to be done for this team to win, like that in and of itself is a winning trait, and it's a skill to humble yourself as a basketball player or as an NBA player to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
What humility does it take to see, hey, I need to pass the ball to Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant?
Real talk, we could just agree to disagree right now.
But real talk, I want to finish with this, Ron, real quick. The Warriors, the Spurs, and the Heat. That's where the love stopped.
You don't think Portland would work?
That's 10%. 10% of the teams in the NBA.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. Where the check throw smoke and the host go ham. You ain't never seen hoops all hit the raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.